In good stead, our markets, though to be fair, that wasn't quite the case when we closed in for the day. But let's first talk about how we started off in trade. Given that you had an extremely positive and supportive global setup, the SGX Nifty this morning was indicating a nice 100-point gap up move. The pre-open rates only followed suit, and so did the normal trading as well when we kick-started trade. In fact, we were within just touching distance of that 16,700 print on both the Nifty Futures as well as the spot Nifty. But from there, given that you've got a trading break tomorrow, remember, it's a trading holiday here in India, you had some late session profit taking, and we eased off. In fact, a good 100 points actually off from the day's highs is how we shut shop, and we even gave up the 16,600 print both in the Nifty spot as well as futures. So closing in at 16,559, a dip of about 36 odd points, and we managed to snap the 6-day winning streak that we had been maintaining for at least the benchmark and large cap indexes. The breadth of the market as well, though after many days of underperformance, it began supporting the advances, finally cooled off, gave up all of its gains, and closed in favor of the declines. About 88 stocks you had to the declines, with just about 76 standing to the advances. Let's talk about what the sectoral flavor was really, because while on one hand you had private banks which were a bit of a drag, some of the financials, some of the cement names, some auto names are the ones which actually did the trick. So let's first talk about the movers in trade. You had an Ultratech Cement which held out by about 3%. Eicher Motors was holding up about 2.5%. Bajaj Finance maintained its leadership. That held out by about 2.25%, followed by Bajaj Finserv, Adani Ports, Grasim, Tata Consumer, Nestle. FMCG continued its up move from yesterday as well. But on the flip side, you had names like a Kotak Bank which fell 2.25%. You had ICICI Bank which fell by about almost 2% as well. Hindalco, Tata Motors, SBI Life, IndusInd Bank, JSW Steel, even HDFC, which along with HDFC Bank, after RBI gave that okay for them to go ahead and issue credit cards, when that not came in, HDFC Bank actually opened with quite a pop. It was holding up 2.25% to start off trade with, but completely gave up all of its morning gains to close in flat for itself. And not just that, HDFC, which also moved along with it, that closed in the red, down about almost 1% on its futures. That said, within the broader markets, it was a very interesting play of stocks. Idea, which started off the day and spent the better part of today's trading session absolutely flat, finally saw a big move coming in the dying minutes of trade, managed to close in with a gain of about 10.5%. You had United Spirits, UBL, both those names held out very smartly. And then, of course, mid-cap IT and some of the consumption names continued their leadership. So another good session for Jubilant as well as Mindtree. But a trading break tomorrow, so we'll see you again with all the market action on Friday.